What's up, YouTube? Jeff back again from SammyGuru.com, and today, another very exciting Samsung video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about Theme Park. Yes, Theme Park finally got an update. It's been quite a few months since we've seen anything new, but Samsung, as always, the king of customization on Android, and that's saying a lot because Android's all about the customization. They've now added brand new effects to your icons in Theme Park that you can apply directly to your stock icons. You don't even need an icon pack. Basically, this allows you to create unlimited icon options, including the new glass icon effect from the brand new iOS. Of course, some could say, well, they're copying Apple. No, they're just giving people choices. Plus, there's a lot of other options. We're going to get into that today. Before we get started, make sure you guys check out our website, SammyGuru.com, covering the latest Samsung news, tips, tricks, tutorials, and reviews. We did write this article up over on the website, so if you bookmark the site, you can always get these updates as they're breaking. This is version 1.1.01.23. Isn't rolling out on the Galaxy Store just yet, so you'll have to download the APK, which I'll put below, but it should be rolling out fairly soon. And we're going to go through the details of kind of what is going on with this particular update here. There's also a couple other good lock modules that rolled out. I'll be covering those in a separate video because they're preparing for One UI 8 support for all of these. If you guys haven't ordered your Z Fold 7, Z Flip 7, or your Watch 8 yet and you want to, still get on the Mystery Box program, get a free case, screen protector, cleaning kit, desktop phone stand. All you have to do is go over to our pre-order verification page, order from our link, then submit our verification form, which is over on the verification page over here in our side menu. Go to the verification page. It's a Google form, so it's really easy to fill out. It's right here. Just going to ask for your shipping address and what you ordered. We start shipping these later this month, and they will all be shipped out by July 31st. So check that out if you're interested. So let's take a look at this update. Like I said, if you go to the Galaxy Store, let's just mosey on over to the Galaxy Store, you'll notice that it shows what's new, but it might not show that the update's available. Because if I scroll down, see, it says my last update available was on May 7th, 2025. But if you scroll all the way up to the changelog, this is the new version that has these new icon effects that I'm going to show you in the video today. You've got the following effects to the icon pack: basic, film grain, duotone, glass, and gradient, improved UI, and fixed bugs. So the UI and bug fixes are pretty minimal, but these new options for the icon effects are quite substantial, and so I want to walk through those in today's video. So if we open Theme Park, what you're going to do to discover these new options is go down and over to icon. You can see they did clean up some of the text, just kind of the interface of of Theme Park in general. So that's kind of what they're talking about with the interface cleanup. Some of the text and kind of where it says click the plus button. Some of these things like this little about this app is a little more responsive and the text is a little different. But if you go to icons now, let's just say we're going to stick with the stock icons. Let's hit create new. I'm not going to use an icon pack right now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to come down here, and this is where you'll find the new options. We've had these shape options forever, right? You can change different shapes. You can even use your own custom shape that's created from a mask from an image in your gallery. But now what's new is if we go up, you've now got all of these different effects: film grain, duotone, glass, and gradient. And so if you tap on one of these, it's going to show you the different options. You can see the film grain. You can do two different sliders here. You've got grayscale, which affects obviously how gray it is. You can go all the way over and then basically it's just monochrome, or you can go all this way and it's going to be basically the original vibrance of the icons. You can basically make your icons more natural or muted by scrolling this up to the middle somewhere. Then you can introduce some noise. So you can see here, might be kind of hard to see on video, but as I slide this up, let me see if I can kind of bring this up to the camera and turn it sideways. You can see this like noise is looking a little fuzzy on the icon to create that film grain look. And that is what the second slider does. The noise slider gives it that kind of grainy look. So you can choose that however you want. So that's the first option here that they've introduced. Next is duotone. This is a very simple one. You've got shadow. So you can choose your color for shadow. That's going to change the main color. And then highlight. And that's going to change the secondary color. And obviously you can play around with various options to see what you like. Obviously you've got the entire color slider gradient here. You can change this whatever you want. This is one I was playing with earlier. It kind of looks cool for most icons, like a green and purple, like a Joker style color. And then the tray color. So if you change this, let's just show you. If you change this to something like gray, you'll see that kind of gives you, you can get rid of that. You can see how that just gives you the tray color for your overall navigation for the apps tray. This doesn't really change if you notice. Let's hit the gray again. If I do that, you'll see this is just gonna change it if you're doing the various shapes for the mask. You can see the tray on the outside. Doesn't really do anything if you're using the regular original icon shapes. Anyway, that's Duotone. Let's do gradient. I'll save glass for the end because I know that's the one people are gonna be interested in because it's obviously similar to what Apple did with iOS 26. You've got your start color, so you've got your icon color here. Change your icon color, that's gonna change the icon itself. Your start color, you can see that's gonna be the side gradient, and then the end color, which again, you can choose whatever you want, is gonna be what the gradient's going to move towards. Now, you might wanna change this to be something slightly different if you wanna get like a 3-tone effect. You can also leave the main icon colors and just have the gradient in the background of the icon, which is what these two colors right there will do. You can also change the angle at which the gradient is applied, which will give you a lot of interesting effects with this particular slider. So you've got a lot of things you can do with the gradient effect. Duotone, there are no sliders. I just wanted to mention that's the only one that doesn't really have any sliders. Now, if you go to glass, there's actually 3 different sliders here you can play around with. You've got your icon color, your glass, and your glow. So similar to the gradient, you can leave the icon color and it's gonna give you like the regular Google Chrome icons here, you know, the multicolored Chrome icon. You can choose the glass color, the glass effect, saturation, and transparency to whatever you want. Kind of change your glass, you make it down. Want to make it look more liquid, you can change it up like that. And then you can also change the edge, the light, the angle to see, you know, how you get the different types of glass, you know, like depending on how you want this to be implemented. You can also get a lighter color with saturation like this. There's a lot of things you can do with these various effects. Now the glow as well, you can turn the glow up or down. You can see that's around the side of the icons there. And you can change the color to whatever you want. It's gonna give you a very faint glow. And again, if you increase the edge, that's gonna increase kind of how much you see the glow in the background of the icons. And then of course the angle as well determines where that glass effect is kind of emanating from. So those are the 3 sliders you have. And again, the icon color, if you want to make those kind of look monochrome, then you can do that as well. So let's see, if I set these, let's say glass 1 and apply them. Of course, you could also do this with, you know, I'm doing this with the stock icons. You could play with these effects as well on a regular icon pack that you downloaded from the Play Store as well. If we set my glass icons, you guys can see what they look like right there. Now, I did notice that when I first applied these, not every icon applies perfectly. You can kind of see here that some apps are missing. So you are gonna have to play with this to make sure that it works. And you can see like on Social Bee, it didn't apply the effect at all. But for most of your stock icons, like Slack and all those other things, camera, you're gonna see pretty good application here throughout the UI and get that nice glass effect. And again, here it just looks a little different because obviously I have a darker, you know, just depending on where you have it applied, the glass is gonna look darker or lighter. That's why you can see over here that some of the icons look a little bit lighter or darker as I scroll through just the various places of my wallpaper. Just wanted to mention that I did go back into Theme Park and apply a particular shape because I noticed I forgot to do that when I was setting this up. And if you apply a particular shape, you can see I chose the squircle shape for all the icons and then do the glass effect, you do get actual icons to show up here, so that bug isn't affected, but you still get some icons that don't have the glass effect at all, like Collabs, you know, Cafe Rio, and basically the ones before. I don't know why the Play Store, PNC, these are some bigger ones that, some of the smaller ones, like the voicemail also application, which is a Samsung app, doesn't get themed, but in general, the majority of the icons do get themed, and at least they do show up as icons here. So, you know, you don't have to worry about just having an icon missing. Since I forgot to apply the shape, I wanted to show you guys that. So it's not as buggy as I previously thought, but certainly some of these bigger apps will hopefully get themed or work with this in the future once they do some updates. And of course, you can go in there and try to manually tweak this for each individual icon to get a little more consistency. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the theme park update. Some pretty amazing customization here. Samsung always takes it to the next level. Very impressed with what they're doing. You know, I've got endless customization here. It's very weird the Play Store did not theme here. It doesn't theme in here either. That's very strange. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm sure they'll probably fix this up and improve it over time. Appreciate you guys checking it out. Check out the website below in the Mystery Box program, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.